imposter syndrome is something that I believe all of us face at one point or another. And for me, it's repeatedly happened in my life whenever I step into something new or unknown. And the thing about doing things that are new and unknown is that that's like a requirement for advancing, for growing, for developing yourself, for developing others, is we have to be willing to do that. And so with imposter syndrome always being like right on our shoulder, it's one of these things that we have to learn to overcome, and at some points actually just be willing to press through and live with a little bit. And I'm not trying to tell you that, hey, like you shouldn't have any imposter syndrome or you got to get it behind you. Like, no, it's actually okay that it's there because it means you're doing something. And I've got a whole bunch of ideas below here that are some motivational things that I think have helped me a lot. And I even included, I'll have actually multiple videos over time from other people that are talking about this topic, how they overcame imposter syndrome. But the big point here is that we can't let it stop us. We can't let it keep us from moving forward. We can't let it keep us from serving others. And at the end of the day, I think that that's what we have to remember, that, hey, like I'm scared, but I'm going to have courage and I'm going to do what I have to do anyway, because that's what courage means. Courage means being afraid than doing what you have to do anyway. And so for many of us, we just have to be willing to step up and keep on going. We can't let this stop us. And so before I get on a podcast as a guest or even speak on stage, I always say 4 things. And I've got them written down here. I want to share these with you, and I have them below as well. But number 1 is I'm potentially the only person who's going to serve somebody with my message today. Without me sharing it, they may get lost. They may never hear it again. It might be their only chance to hear something that's going to change their life. And it's just that one person in the room, right, who really, really needs this life change to happen. And so I encourage you to think about it that way. Not like, man, this podcast has 500 people listening. No, there's one person who needs your message that you have. You're the voice that they need to be able to hear. Number 2 is I'm not getting on this stage or on this podcast for myself. I'm here for somebody else. When I make things about me, I get more stressed and I feel more nervous and I feel more like I have to perform. But when I say it's for somebody else and I can teach myself that I'm here to serve somebody else, not myself, it takes that pressure off because I'm not here for me. I don't need to perform. I just, once again, going back to that first point, I need to find that one person who needs me today. Number 3, if what I say changes one person's life, then it's worth it. And for me, that's the goal. It's not to get in bigger rooms. It's not to be on bigger podcasts. It's not to have more influence, more impact. Every day, it's to impact the one life that needs me most. Can I somehow connect with them and find them? If I can I really leave it all on the table for that one person? Listen, I wish I could change the world, but the reality is I can change one person's life. Maybe they can change one person's life, right? Like imagine that chain reaction, that effect, right? To keep on moving. Do you notice something with these first 3 things? It's all talking about somebody else, and it's just one person. The last thing is when I feel nervous, I remind myself that nervousness is just excitement in disguise. So I feel nervous, but the reality is I'm really just excited. And the reality is I'm not going to get into like the whole neuroscience stuff, but the chemical that our brain produces for being nervous and being excited are actually extremely similar. And you can trick your brain into believing you're just excited. And when you do that, it changes your whole demeanor. So I remind myself, when I start feeling nervous, I start shaking a little bit. I say, you know what? I'm just excited to get out there. I'm excited to get on this podcast. I know it's going to have some real value and some real impact. I'm just really excited about this. Retraining my brain to remember, I'm excited because I'm going to influence that one person's life who needs me most. Listen, if you get one thing out of this whole course, let it be this, because I believe that if we can overcome this imposter syndrome, or at least learn to keep it at bay by remembering that we serve other people and we're just excited about the opportunity to really change somebody's life, just the one person, I think we can really excel in so many areas of our life in a far more meaningful way, not just podcast guesting. So I hope this encourages you. And again, check out everything below. If this is a struggle of yours or you feel like it ever comes up, go through this in detail, save this lesson, come back to it, because I'm right there with you. I totally feel it. And I hope this will be really helpful for you along the way.